as you were saying, can you tell me a little more about what the subject of your next book is and what you are working on right now, or what you have done in the last 4 years in Sundarban?
Back. So, what I was telling you, this book and this project is about loss. Yeah. I mean, it started from a very personal journey. My own loss, my own grief. But as I started exploring the lives of the humans and the sharks of Sundarbans, I realized the deep loss that was all around me. Loss of the sharks, lost their habitat. They could have been there for millions of years. They're gone. And the women, particularly the women of Sundarban, who suffered shark attacks. No one heard their story. And this book of mine and this project of ours would be about investigating that loss. When I initially went there, I've heard this term called kamot. Yeah. Kamot was a term I heard from my father. There was this mythical beast. Sundarbans jungle, there's a mythical beast who predates on humans. Hat pani chole jai, and no one can even feel when that happens. Since I'm a human shark researcher, part of me actually didn't want to believe that. I thought maybe it's just stories. But 2019, when I started this, and I really started exploring what was happening there, like I said, I found the story of loss. This project, even my book, should have been written 20 years back. But now everything is gone. So I think for us, it is still important to acknowledge this loss, what has happened, the human-shark conflict. Always remember, jokhoni human-animal conflict bola hoy na, it is about human-human conflict. Similar things, we've seen that has happened, in Sundarbans. So, there are hundreds of stories of women, who lost their legs, their arms, they became maimed for the rest of their lives. Women who suffered PTSD, and 20 years gone, they still can't get in the water. But the strangest thing about all this phenomena is, in any major culture where there are predators, large predators, তাদের কোনো না কোনো artistic বা cultural representation থাকে. Sundarban is unique in all my expeditions is that there are three major predators in the region, yeah? Sharks, tigers and crocodiles. So crocodiles and tigers, এটা তো আমরা বাঙালি যারা, we have heard these stories, the folklore, and particularly tigers, keystone species, Royal Bengal tiger. But I found not a single artistic representation, not a single folklore representation of sharks in the Sundarban region or Bengal region. I still don't know why. I think that is one of the reason also 2020 I created this incarnation of Ma Ganga. Ma Ganga generally has her bahun as a মকর, which is a mythical creature যার টেলটা মাছের মতো হয়, বডিটা ফেসটা এলিফেন্টের মতো হয়. So I thought, why can't we create something যার ইনকার্নেশনটা হবে the sharks. And that's what we created in 2020. After that, we have been trying to create a sustainable solution for the women who suffered shark bites. Incidentally, আমার field যখন শেষ হলো, when it finished last week, we also brought 7 of the shark attack women. And we brought people from the forest department who had no idea that shark attacks actually happened, which is baffling to me. So this is what the story is going to be. This is going to be as much as our personal journey through this, as much as the women, gathering the story of the women and gathering the stories of the sharks, and how this untold story still might have an avenue to be heard.
Can you enlighten us a bit more on the socio-economic background of these shark attack survivors and why it
Socio-economic
is
background abar ki? There is I don't know even how to answer that. One of the last interviews I took was one of this lady যে literally জঙ্গলের মাঝখানে একটা 10 ফুট একটা ঘুরে ঘুরে she was staying. She suffered a shark bite 20 years back, and she not only has PTSD but now she has full-grown Alzheimer's. So when I went to see her at a chair 90 where she was sitting, her son was talking with me about what happened. After the shark attack, she couldn't even get in the pond. পুকুরে নেমে জল স্নানও করতে পারতো না. ছেলে পুকুর থেকে জল তুলে দিত for her to take a bath, to bathe. And when I went to see her, all she was doing was sitting and crying. When I did that, a few years before that, our Nijar Takuma, she had passed away. She had Alzheimer's. And I could just see her face in the middle of the forest. So yeah, it has been a personal journey as much as anything else, and these people have nothing. Not only when there are shark attacks, they get some remuneration from the government. They got nothing. I mean, tiger attacks, they get remuneration from the government, but shark attacks got nothing. And along with that, the cyclones that keep on happening in that region. মানুষ একটা কিছু তৈরি করে they create something and it's gone. Yeah, it's a strange life.
could you share another story of another survivor which struck to you?
All these stories stuck. The last incident that officially I could document was in 2013, 2013, Matlate, and so there were 2 sharks. দুজন ভাই জলে নেমেছিল, they were নদী পার হচ্ছিল. And 2 sharks caught the younger brother. The elder brother, he went in the water to save him. বাঁচতে পারেনি, ছোট ছেলেটাকে নিয়ে চলে গেছে. But besides that, a lot of these stories are much older. Women who didn't have their husbands because tiger attack. স্বামী জঙ্গলে গেছে, বাঘে নিয়ে চলে গেছে. So women have nothing to do. So ঘরের পাশের যে নদীতে they used to get down, সেখানে মিন ধরতো. Mean is prawn lava. So they used to carry small nets behind them and catch those larvas. And that's when those bites happened. Now, be very sure, I'm not using the term shark attack. I'm saying shark bite. Shark attack itself is a very loaded term. Shark bite can happen for many, many different reasons. Shark could just be inquisitive. Shark could be threatened. And sometimes they just want to tell you, "Get away from me." And their way of doing that is just giving a small bite. But human beings, we are so fragile. A small bite from a big shark, because we have documented about 20 odd feet sharks in that region. Human beings fall apart. However, there have been incidents যেখানে the sharks have come up to, they came after the people, they came after the women, to the river banks. Some of them were certainly attacks where the sharks wanted to predate on the woman. Yeah, and there are too many stories to say here. But at the end of the day, all of that happened was for the women, destroyed their life. They got nothing. At the same time, because of overfishing, because of ghost netting, because of trawlers, because of pollution, see, sharks have been here long before humans, long before tigers, even longer than crocodiles. The lineage of sharks goes back to 400 million years. Yeah? So who knows how long এখানে তখন কি land region ছিল, who knows, and sharks এখানে কিভাবে আসতো, no one knows, but they could have come for millions, if not at least thousands of years. But in the last 30 years, we have wiped them away. আমি যে ফিশার্সদের সঙ্গে কথা বলেছি, the fisher people that I've talked with, spoken with, they all said that there used to be larger sharks, there used to be larger kamuk, but again, gone. The last 20, 30 years, gone. But we have no documentation. The Zoological Survey of India knows very little. And like I told you, the Forest Department knows very little. Yes, some sharks are protected here, but actually what is happening to the sharks, no one knows.
So, in terms of awareness, what is the scenario there? Like, apart from the survival.
তোমার বয়স কত? What's your age?
29.
29. তুমি কোথায় থাকো?
যাদবপুর।
মানে কলকাতা, right? আচ্ছা, তুমি ইন্টারনেট ইউজ করো?
হ্যাঁ।
Yeah. How many times have you heard of shark attacks in Sundarbans?
Never.
Yeah, you're not alone. No one has. That is the condition of awareness. Not only you, but I've been contacted by the Global Shark Attack Files because they didn't know. No one knew. There has been few newspaper reports over the years, very that's about it. No academic research, no knowledge of this whatsoever. Anything else?
What is the, what objectives do you wish to achieve out of your research? Like, is there any?
The objective to me, my friend, is it's almost, I wish I could say this book or this project would change their lives. In reality, it probably won't. If it does, great. If someone wants to come up and help these women from this, that would be the best case scenario. But all of their life is almost gone. But if they can get some money, good. If we can do some research on sharks in the region, even better. Even if that doesn't happen, some stories need to be told. Like I started from, this is a story of loss. But this is an important story because it connects us with our land, with our water, with magnificent creatures, amazing people, stories of love, stories of loss when you find your loved one being taken from you. That's why this needs to be told.
Is it somehow a story of redemption?
No, there is no redemption here. There is nothing. There's nothing to redeem. We have destroyed it all. I wish I could tell you this is a story of redemption. I wish I could, put flowers in front of you in this, dark pond. If we can help, we do. The story is important for the sake of telling it itself. It is important because through telling stories, we remind ourselves of our mistakes, we remind ourselves of the world around us, we express our own deep sorrow of the loss that we feel. That is what the story is about.
One last question.
Of course.
Why sharks?
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a very, very long question, but the brief format of it is, I'll tell you this way. When I was a young lad, I'm dyslexic, yeah. পড়াশোনায় খারাপ ছিলাম. I couldn't read properly. I remember my first book on sharks, book fair কিনেছিলাম কলকাতায়. And their images really, the beauty really inspired me. So, young age, sharks were my excitement. As I got older, in my late 20s, 30s, sharks were, energy, seductive, strength. Now, sharks have become my language. Through sharks, I do my research. Through sharks, I do my art. Through sharks, I show my love. My tears are shaped like sharks too. So everything I do is shaped around sharks because they are how I communicate and I understand my world. They are one of the oldest living creatures of this planet. One of the most important creatures of this planet because, major predator. And my research, my life with sharks have given me meaning which I was always looking for. That's why sharks.